We're hiking Oxbow Eco-Center with our guide, Eva.
That's okay. Some of them love being outside. They wouldn't be happy inside.
So this kind of habitat is called an upland. And there's different kinds of uplands. There's a xeric or dry scrubby upland. There's a piney flatwoods, which is predominantly what this is. And it used to be more of a piney flatwoods, meaning some saw palmetto and then these large, what's called a Florida slash pine. Over time, and because of social forces, meaning the availability of ecological burns or not, and other factors, plant succession has taken place, so you have now a much larger diversity of plants, like this salt bush right here, for example, and some of the oaks that are interspersed, and there's green myrcene, and there's these ferns and a couple other things. But this would have been back in here. Originally it would have been Florida scrub jay area, but they have not been in here for many, many decades, and there's not really an ability to put them back unless we can translocate from a population where there are donors available. So this doesn't look likely right now. You'll notice also that the soil is very, very sandy. There's a little bit of the detritus, so it's this when it decays and rots and gets wet over time and it decomposes and it breaks down, and then it mixes with the sand, and so you got that more gray, darker sand. And if we go down by the river and as we go toward it, you'll see it actually change color again, and then we'll notice that the plant community has changed significantly too. So right now we're in that upland area where the water tends to sink right into the soil and into our sandy soil, really, and right back into the water table quickly. But as we go to, and in Florida, it's usually by the inch downward. Our inclines are not that great unless they're, a bluff or they're man-made created. But you'll start to notice that the transition, and if we look around, then we can see which way the water flows across land. So overland flow is what it's called. So as we go, we'll see more of that. This is a Lyonia. It's a rusty Lyonia. It's got some little flowers on it. The flowers are teeny tiny and they don't get much bigger than this. They remind a lot of people of a lily of the valley, essentially, because they're so small. It's a type of Lyonia. We've got a couple in here, and I'll bet you can't guess how it got its name. Rusty Lyonia?
The rusty.
Right. Practical naming, I like that.
I like this air plant here.
Probably not. There's an air plant right here blooming, fire spike, and it's a bromeliad. It's in the bromeliad family.
Fire spike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Deeper into the preserve, and here we have a prickly pear cactus, one of Florida's natives.
I love that
right now.
Oh, yes.
I want that picture. So when you
And it is an absolutely beautiful flower. It is also very fragrant, and the pollinators love it too. This is one of its oxbows that leads back in and naturally is a loop. An unfortunate change in legislation, state legislation, allowed them to go anywhere they want and inflict that on all of us now. So it's just something that was not here that is now. That's a rosary key.
Isn't that sugar cane?
No, that's rosary key. That's what she's looking at, the little red dots, that's rosary key.